very dear students and my audience. Very warm welcome to Dr. Ahmed YouTube channel. And today in this video, I shall be discussing men characters of Mohsen Hamid's fiction. We have talked a lot about the women characters, but it would be very good if we, alongside that, discuss the men characters also in the fiction of Mohsen Hamid. Well, as most of the time it happens that Pakistani fiction, along with many other post-colonial fiction, very seldom represents the patriarchal type of characters. There may be certain examples in a few of the post-colonial, writings like Chinua Achebe's novel, Things Fall Apart portrays Akanko, and we can have many more examples. I don't want to discuss them. But in the modern 21st century post-colonial literature, we have the men who are different. They are just like the supportive men who are, we can say that all the time ready to, treat their women as good as possible and to bear the things which possibly the patriarchal men did not use to bear in the last time. So seen in this context, these men can be termed as the pro-feminist men, the men who are in support of feminism, the struggle of women in order to achieve targets of their life. So that is why the theme of this video should be taken as the pro-feminist men. Let us see which characters, male characters of Mohsen Hamid, come up to this standard as we are trying to say, and who or which characters do not meet this standard. So for this purpose, let us take his first novel, Maat Smoke, in which we have two protagonists. One is Daru, and the Darashiku, possibly the name, and then we have Aurangzeb as well. These two characters are seen in the context that they are not that harsh towards their women. They are most of the time loving. Take the example of Darashiku. He is, taking care of the women around him, may it be a sister or a mother or a beloved, whatever these people may be, he is helping them. He even risks his own character and his style when he deals with a woman. For example, he goes to the red light area along with the wife of Aurangzeb, Mumtaz, and there he helps us a lot and keeps on protecting her. So he's more a macho protective as compared to the macho man. And so that is why Mumtaz is able to succeed in her mission because of him. Although he is a bad man in certain aspects as well, but this video goes to talk only with respect to their attitude, which may be called pro-feminist attitude. So in that way, same would be the case with Aurangzeb, that he does not deal with his wife in a harsh manner, does not impose any restrictions. He discusses with her, he talks to her in plain words, in normal words, in polite words, in order to, let her be convinced. But he's never, putting the like of compulsions on the behavior of the woman, as the protagonist in the story, The Holy Woman by Castro Shiraz, does so. It's not the case in this novel. So both of these characters are pro-feminist. Aurangzeb, for example, is able to find out the doings of his wife, but still he's not there to immediately cry out divorce word and to pull the woman outside or to beat her. It's not the case at all, as mostly it was expected out of the patriarchal men. So these two characters set the foundation of being pro-feminist. Similarly, if we proceed further to the next novel, that is the Reluctant Fundamentalist. In this novel, though the woman is American, and one can expect that Pakistani man may be very polite with that American woman, but we need to talk about the character of this man, this protagonist of the novel, Genghis Khan. His name is particularly reflective of the harsh treatment can be expected from a man, Genghis Khan. The history goes to talk about this, that the harshness possibly may be there. But in case of this Genghis Khan, we come to know that he is very polite, very supportive, very helpful, and is very loving as well towards Sarika. And he's doing the same thing towards his cousins in Lahore, towards people in Lahore, towards the people who live around them. He's not different with these people as well. And we can see that there are difficult moments of his life, problematic moments of his life, but he does not lose his confidence of being polite and being good towards women. He's all the time protective and all the time bearing certain things. For example, when he goes to the home of Erika to meet her parents, it is the Erika's father who is saying the words which are mostly unacceptable to Pakistani men, but Aurangzeb bears all that, and it is because of Erica. So he is also one of the pro-feminist men, that his role is not that of a patriarch, but the role is going to be something who is very polite, very concerned, very loving, very protective of the women around him. And in the same tone, if you proceed further, the story how to get filthy rich in Rising Asia, there we don't have the names, but we have one male protagonist, and there are 2 to 3 female protagonists as well. The male protagonist, who is termed as you most of the time by the writer, he is the one who continues to be faithful, not only in his work in order to make money, though he is using certain tactics also to make money, but he is very much sincere and faithful to pretty girl, and he goes on with the same tone all the time. He's there to take care of that girl. He's there to find out her, whatever she's doing. She may be doing sometimes the things which are normally unacceptable to the Eastern man, but this man bears all that. He goes behind it, and he loses her for some time, but he continues to follow her, and ultimately, when he's mature of age, he's able to find her. She's a successful woman. Even at that time, he doesn't have any complaints at all. And he is ready to listen to her stories also. He's ready to, do anything for her, and ultimately they live together. And he never talks about the past of that woman. He never talks about anything which could be harsh to that woman. He's all the time loving and protective. So in this way, this man, being although a macho man, is still a protector of women, and is still a polite towards her, is still loving and a confidant as well, and is all the time taking care of her. So that is why even in this novel, Mohsen Hamid has given us a character which is definitely a pro-feminist character. Proceeding further and coming to the novel Exit West by Mohsen Hamid, there we have, luckily, the names of the characters here. The places' name are missing. The names of the protagonist male is Said, and the second one is Nadia. Said is shown to be very humble, down-to-the-earth protector, loving, caring, not only of his parents, but also that of the woman who comes around him, Nadia. He's all the time taking care of her, more of her as compared to his own care. In the difficult circumstance when they have to, meet the people, new people, and they have to pay money, give money, and they have to face the men who are ready to kill anybody, and they have to cross certain borders, and they need to live among people. He's all the time protective. So actually it is Said because of which Nadia feels protected. Otherwise, there could be a lot of problems for her when she is, passing through difficult circumstances of her life. And when she is successful, at that time also, Said is with her. Said convinces her to remain with him. But when she announces that she cannot live with him, at that time even his response is not that reactive. He simply says, okay, if you like to, stay with somebody else, you can go. So here also we have Said, a man who is very much loving, protective, confident, supportive of women. He believes in the success of women, and he helps her succeed also. But in return of that help, he does not expect anything. So that's why Said is also one of the, pro-feminist men in the fiction created by Mohsen Hamid. And then last novel, though it is not about Pakistan, it is a post-colonial type of novel which is enacted, the stage is present in white man's land, and probably this is one of the dreams of a post-colonial subject that he would like to see through. Here we also have the similar kind of man. Although he's not Pakistani, although he's not Asian, he's shown to be somebody who is American, who is white man, that is Anders, and Una is the female woman. But we have the similar characteristics exhibited by this man, Anders. Like he is all the time, loving towards his girlfriend, and he's taking care of his mom. He's taking care of every woman, every person around him, and he's only worried about himself. He's not worried in the sense that he should say something bad to the women. He would take care of himself, he would take care of the women around him, especially that girl, Una. Although the Una is more capable than as compared to any of the other, female protagonists of the stories of Hamid. She's more capable. And she plays a big role in normalizing the situation, which is scattering very rapidly around her. And in that way, Anders finds a chance to become equal to the men protagonists of Mohsen Hamid, like Genghis, like you, like Said, everybody, like Daru. All those people are of the same style, same as the style with Anders. One can say that Anders is the final product of the amalgamation and mixing of all these male characters, who becomes the champion of tolerance, loving, protective towards women, and all the time feeling about the success of the women and helping them out in the same way as in the novel Holy Woman by Kessler Shiraz. We have Skandar, the lover of that girl, the female protagonist. He helps her succeed for a long time and only comes forward to win her love when she's ready for that. So in this way, men protagonists, men characters in the novel of Mohsen Hamid are mostly pro-feminist. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you understand something. And if you like, do not fail to hit the like button and subscribe button. See you soon in some next video. Thank you for watching.